Hello YouTube, and welcome to my next installment in my Master Farmer series. In my last video, I gave an in-depth breakdown of how to do an herb run. It covered topics like how many patches there are, the different unlocks in order to get them, the teleports on how to get there, and an example inventory for your herb run. There are a lot of useful and helpful tips in that video, so be sure to check it out if you haven't yet. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a proper full tree run. This includes fruit trees, hardwood trees, regular trees, and Calquat trees. You may be asking yourself, why are trees important when I really just do farming to make money? And I'll admit that before I was a master farmer, I had similar thoughts. If you're using farming as a primary way to make money, you're really going to want to prioritize getting to level 99 farming. That is because the farming cape gives you a plus 5% herb yield, similar to your magic secateurs. Take it from a beet whose favorite skill is farming and who regularly makes 3 to 4 mil GP every 100 seeds. You really want to get level 99 farming in order to start making the serious GP that farming has to offer. Fruit trees, hardwood trees, Calquat trees, and even regular trees will help you get there. Now let's get farming. We're going to get things kicked off with the fruit tree run. As far as your inventory goes, you're going to need your spade, a stack of GP, your saplings, and any payment that you want to pay the farmer with. More on that later. Here is a breakdown of all 6 fruit tree patches and how to get there. Feel free to pause and take a screenshot of this. It is also in the description below. You can easily get into the rhythm of doing 1 fruit tree run a day, or 2 if you do one in the beginning of the day and 1 at the end of the day. In order to access the fruit tree patch in the farming guild, you need level 85 farming. If you don't yet have level 85 farming, you can start your fruit tree run here in Lletya. Use your crystal teleport seed to come here. You will need to complete a few quests in order to unlock this fruit tree patch as well, and I have displayed them on the screen here. For all tree runs, make sure you have a nice little stack of GP in your inventory so you can pay the local farmer to get rid of the tree for you. You do not need to sit there woodcutting the tree to get it down. After my fruit tree run in Lletya, I come back to the farming guild and get ready to finish the free 4 fruit tree patches that all players should have access to. Next up is going to be the fruit tree patch in the Gnome Stronghold. It is option number 2 on the spirit tree. You may have to access the spirit tree in the Grand Exchange or in someone's player-owned home in order to have access to it. In my case, I am using palm trees for my fruit trees. I have gone back and forth between palm trees and papaya trees. It is entirely up to you on whether or not you think the XP is worth the GP per the saplings. Start with the highest fruit tree that you can plant given your farming level. Once you hit the levels for maple and palm, it is entirely up to you on whether or not you want to continue all the way up. Next up is the fruit tree patch in Brimhaven. Most players, just like I did when I was starting out, will have to get here using an Amulet of Glory teleport. You can see here that my fruit tree was dead on arrival, and instead of just digging it up and replanting, I used the Revive Crop spell on the Arceus spellbook. Once in a while, you will get lucky with this spell. However, a lot of times, it does not work. This is a good time to share that you can pay the local farmer in currency that they ask for in order for them to watch over your fruit tree for you. This will ensure that your fruit tree never dies. Next up on the run is the fruit tree outside of the Tree Gnome Village. This one's a little annoying to get to, but honestly, if you're only doing this once or twice a day, it's no big deal. Here, I tried making some small talk with another master farmer who is likely on his same path as I am trying to get Tangleroot. Sadly, he did not have an interest in talking to me. Insert GIF of me talking to a brick wall. Last but not least is the last spot in Catherby. If you have the Catherby portal or teleport, it is a little quicker. However, if you don't, you will be teleporting to Camelot and then hoofing it over to the beach. At this point, you can remember the golden days of playing RuneScape. Imagine, it is 2008, you just finished middle school, and here you are coming in to fish lobsters in Catherby. Ah, the good old days. Next up is going to be another very important run on your farm runs, and that is doing hardwoods. Hardwoods are seriously the best XP for farming. While you can't do them every day like you can do fruit trees or regular trees, they are essential in getting those fat, juicy XP drops on your way to 99. In order to access these hardwood trees, you will need to do Bon Voyage for access to Fossil Island. If you watched my last guide, you will already know that you need this in order to have the best hunter XP unlock in the game, which is running birdhouses on Fossil Island. Once you're level 35 farming, you can start using the hardwood tree patches here. There's a couple of other unlocks that make it easier to get to, however the important part is simply to start farming. Look at how fat that mahogany tree XP drop is, 15k. Across these three, that is 45k XP. I used to use these opportunities for free woodcutting XP, however, I don't got the time for that. Pay the squirrels the 200 GP in order for them to get rid of the trees. How they get rid of it for you, I have absolutely no freaking clue. The payment to wash these mahogany trees will be 25 Yanillion hops. If you are on your way to 99, I highly recommend doing it, just so you're not losing time. Jagex recently added a new hardwood patch in Varlamore. I believe you'll have to do a relatively small and easy quest that's honestly pretty funny. The fairy tree ring is AJP. Here you can see one of Yaya's favorite animals, the capybara. I just love these little dudes. Before we move on to the next part of this video, a quick word from our sponsors. Today's sponsor is me, Yaya B. I make these videos in my free time because I love farming. It has changed the way that I play RuneScape and prints me endless amounts of GP. I want to help you do the same. If it's not too much to ask, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. I also stream on twitch.tv/YayaBeat. If you're into that, the link is in the description below. Lastly, I have a very chill Discord server where we discuss all things RuneScape, farming, and more. If you're interested in joining, the link is in the description below. Thank you so much, and let's get back to farming. Next up on the farming run is the biggest daddy of all trees, and that is the Redwood Tree sapling. This big mama gives you the fattest XP drop available. It is only available to harvest once every 3.5 days, but boy, when you get this 22,000 XP drop, sheesh, it feels good. It costs 2k GP for Alexandria to get to work, but it is well worth it unless you have the woodcutting level and patience to clear this bad boy. She wants 6 dragon fruit to watch this tree. Next up on the tree run is going to be your Calquat Tree and your normal trees. Calquat is very important to do once every day as it gives a very nice XP drop of around 14k XP. You will have to do some quests in order to get this tree patch unlocked, but it is well worth it on your way to level 99 farming. It is basically like a free hardwood tree every single day. It's located in Karamja near the Tai Bwai Wanai area. Fairy Ring CKR. Run about 20 to 30 seconds north and you'll find this tree patch. Now we are going to be doing a regular tree run. I am not the biggest fan of tree runs, even though it is the most efficient way to get to 99. I simply do not think it is worth the GP. I was never a big fan of spending fat amounts of GP on these tree saplings, and I hardly ever went higher than maple on my way to 99. But for this farming run, we are going to do it just for the sake of showing everyone how to do it. I will be using maple trees. The first patch is in the farming guild, and you only need level 65 to get access to this tier. The next patch will be over here in Lumbridge. If you have the GP to be spending on expensive tree saplings, I say go for it. But in my opinion, especially if you're using farming for GP, it is not worth your herb run profits. I didn't go higher than maple, and maybe that will work for you too. Next up on the tree run is going to be Lumbridge again because I did not plant the maple tree. Next up is Falador, and these two are pretty close to one another. You're going to start off going to Falador TP and running east. Do your tree here next to this nice old man. You want to make sure you're giving him a nice tree to look at. After that, start heading north to Tavelery. I believe Jagex recently added this shortcut to essentially skip over the wall and get straight to the tree patch. Now let's see if my revived crop will work. It sure did. That is cause for celebration. Next up is going to be your Varrock tree patch. If you have a teleport to the Grand Exchange, you can do that, but I find that Varrock is just a lot easier and quicker to the tree patch. And last but not least is the tree patch in Gnome Stronghold. If you don't have access to this spirit tree like I do, which most of you won't, you can go to the one in the Grand Exchange. Go hit number 2 and then run a little southeast or west to the tree patch. Look, I just said I was a master farmer. I am not a master of directions.
East? I thought you said west.
West?
Well, folks, that's a wrap. I truly hope that this tree run video helped you understand how to do your tree runs a little more easier. There is a lot of information in the description below, so be sure to save this video for future reference. I sincerely appreciate all of your support, and please let me know in the comments or in my Discord if you have any further questions. I am seriously happy to help. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next farming video.